welcome to my bedroom. This feels very intimate, which feels very appropriate. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am, throughout the month of January, I found myself really second guessing a lot of the goals and ideas that I'd have for what I wanted to do this year. So what I have been doing throughout the month is pinning things, and I've decided to do a physical vision board. I have the one on my computer and the one that's my phone background. I'll put it up here for you to see it. But I don't know if it was the reality of the goals that I had set seems a little too big, or that my priorities are shifting. I'm not really sure, because whenever I look at this, so these are the goals that I wrote at the beginning or in December. I'm gonna go through them. For personal, I wrote to stop taking everything so seriously. Related, be more silly and fun. Date, which is really not a priority. Figure out my headache is a big priority. I should have had to figure out my hip, because that's also a huge priority. Establish a fitness wellness routine that I can actually continue as I age. I like this goal. I think I have other things I need to figure out first. Do my physiotherapy exercises every day. That's an important one. Financial goals are to no longer carry a credit card balance, to have an emergency fund that can handle more than one emergency, which is related to a goal later on. But in December, I had a car emergency, and then my laptop died, and I had to replace it to keep being able to apply to jobs, do stuff on my personal life, volunteer with Pi-Fi, and edit YouTube videos. So I probably technically could have just stopped doing YouTube and survived without a laptop, but I really didn't want to do that. And my emergency fund was basically wiped out by my car, so then I had to dip into another savings account to buy my new laptop, and now that's pushed that goal back. I want to keep all but $1,000 of my emergency fund in a high interest savings account, so eventually I would like to have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, so that if I ever get laid off, or God forbid I get fired or something like that, or I can't work for some reason for 3 months, I want to make sure I have enough money to be able to do that, and that would help with having an emergency fund that can handle more than one emergency. But I want to have $1,000 of it always super accessible in my main banking app, that I can just easily transfer $1,000 over if I have I need a tow and I have to pay the guy, maybe he hitches up my car and then he says that I have to pay him before we get to our destination or something like that, something super accessible. I want to increase my pension contributions. I thought I've already done this, so I can probably go ahead and cross that off. I thought I did this last year, but then I got an email late November, early December last year from HR that they didn't actually do it. So yeah, and I want to always have at least $500 in my checking account. For work, I would like to get a new public health job in a major urban area. Basically, where I want to live has Pilates classes, spin classes, is close to my friends, ideally. That's it's good. I really want to live close to my friends, but I'm also open to not. I'm so sorry, guys. And really close to a major international airport, so that I can get a direct flight back to the UK. There's no direct flights to Belfast, so that's never an option, but if I can at least get to Dublin or London, then I can easily, or even Edinburgh, then it's easy to get to Belfast from there. I would like to increase my salary to at least $85K and continue to feel like my job is actually doing something of value and contributing to society. So, and then creative goals, I want to determine if I actually truly do enjoy YouTube. My new laptop is really helping with that, to be honest. I used to hate editing because my old laptop was so slow and clunky. Now I don't mind it. I want to find my editing style. I'm still feeling like my editing is very basic, which is fine. I'm working on it. But I want to find my editing style, and I want to find a balance between written and visual content, because I used to have a blog. I still have the blog. It still gets several hundred hits a month. but I've stopped posting on it because I was really struggling with having enough time to be able to go to work, volunteer, write 5 posts a week, and edit a video a week. And I didn't make any money off it, and I don't make any money off this yet, or I don't even know if I'll ever make money off either of them, but it was hard to spend so much of my time working on that stuff when I maybe should be spending time making more money or like applying to jobs. Like I did find that it was really interfering with my ability to apply to jobs, and I think that needs to be my focus. So I do still think that these are good goals. So that feeling of like not feeling totally content with like my vision board and my goals led me to keep going on pinning, and has led me here with a physical vision board. So let's go through. I'm going to sort these. Okay, so I think at the center I'm going to put the financial focused ones, because that's the center of my universe this year, is becoming financially independent. So this is cash envelopes. I'm actually not currently using my cash envelopes because the amount of money that I had left this pay period after I paid all my bills was too small. It's basically literally just groceries. I'm also doing a low spend in February, so it's not like I really need categories. Like really the only thing I'm spending money on is bills and groceries. So I don't know, and it means I get to go through self-checkout, and it's so much easier. And I think my next most important goal is relocating. So I have pictures here of like a new apartment, the Montreal skyline and the Toronto skyline. These are 2 of my favorite Canadian cities and where I can most see myself living. However, I think the Montreal skyline is like a little bit more generic, so I'm gonna put it in instead of Toronto. Included things that were more in line with like hobbies and having hobbies again. Maybe I didn't print enough. So I have some tennis pics and some Pilates, and then horseback riding. I grew up horseback riding. I grew up on a farm, and I really miss horseback riding. I really, really, really miss horseback riding. So I'm gonna put it up in the top corner, I think. A bunch of tennis pictures, so now this is a silly one, but I have wanted, and it does not align at all with my like financially savvy goals this year. I have wanted these two-tone Chanel pumps for like 5 5 years at this point, so I'm giving myself permission to start saving up for them. That's the point of this. And then this one's just like a reminder. Put your phone down and do anything else. This is the Giant's Causeway. It's one of Northern Ireland's like biggest, I don't know, natural attractions. And this, to me, one of my goals that I would really like to have as a longer term goal is to go back to Ireland at least once a year. And so that's what this is for. And it very much relates to like financial independence, not being in debt, stuff like that, having a travel fund, etc. Put it up there because I want to be able to afford to go to Ireland every year. And then these two are about YouTube. So. This is another long-term goal-ish. I want to be the kind of person who, and this is also part of like the city goals, but like having access to museums and going to museums on the regular. This is my 2024 physical vision board. At the center, we have financial independence, budgeting, loud budgeting, to use a trendy word. We also have living in a big city, living alone in a big city, and just some like money manifestation stuff. We have wanting to get back into hobbies. So we've got horseback riding, which is a hobby I did a lot as a child, tennis, which is a hobby I've always wanted to have, and both of these are active, fun, or I hope they're fun. Pilates, I know I love Pilates, again, another active hobby. I don't have any non-active hobbies on here because I'm good. I needlepoint, I knit, I make YouTube videos, I blog, I read. I'm good for sitting down hobbies. And museum visiting, which goes along with like living in a city, having access to those kinds of things. This one's just about like two girls sitting on a dock. It's just like taking in the simple moments, enjoying the simple moments. And we have some YouTube ones. As I mentioned, you know, these are something that I've always wanted. And put down your phone and do anything else. It's just a reminder. This is about going back to Northern Ireland often and seeing my family more. This one says be more attracted to what is good for you. This one says put your phone down and do anything else. This one says lucky girl. My philosophy on the whole lucky girl thing that was trending last year is that I truly believe that we make our own luck through our actions and decisions. And that if we are always making decisions that are in line with the luck we want to have, then good things will happen to us. I always land on my feet. And I don't think that's because I don't like to say that I'm lucky. I like to say that I always figure everything out. Because things don't just happen to me. Like I've never just gotten something because it like appeared, or like I met somebody at the right time. Like I've always had to hustle and work for the things that I've got. Like my parents are immigrant farmers. I don't have any connections in like the corporate world or like in a hospital. Like the only job my parents are going to be able to get me is working on their farm. So there's no, and like everywhere I've ever gone except for Ireland, I don't have any family connections anywhere here. I've always had to make my own luck, and that has been based off decisions that I have made and choices that I have made. I have always made everything work. Even bad scenarios, I make it work in the way that is best for me. And so I think that luck comes down to the choices that we make. Are we making choices that leave us open to the possibility of good things happening to us, of our goals working out? And that's how I feel about vision boards in general. I think they serve as a good reminder to make decisions that align with the things that you have on your vision board. Like, whenever I was applying for public health jobs, whenever I got the job I had before this at the same organization that I'm currently at, I was applying to any public health job because what I needed was to get experience. Now, I know I want to live in a city. I've done the remote thing. I grew up on a farm, I've done the rural thing. I want to live in a city. I want to live in a city with museums and Pilates classes and tennis lessons and horseback riding lessons. I want to live close to my friends. I want to live close to a major airport so I can get to my grandparents. I want to live somewhere where I can go do fun things to make cute content for y'all. So I'm not applying to jobs anywhere anymore. I'm only applying to jobs at places where I can have the life that I want to have. I'm already worried about how this glue is going to hold up, but let's go put this up above my yoga mat. This is my physical 2024 vision board, and I hope this made you think that, like, it's like, I don't know, the 11th of February. It's just a random day. You know, like, you don't need a first of the month or a new year to revisit your goals and reevaluate them. And it's okay if some of them are a little frivolous. I think frivolous goals sometimes keep us motivated for the big goals. And it's also okay if you are laser focused on one thing. Like, all this other stuff is like a little bit more manifesty. But this one, not having credit card debt and moving to a big city, those are the only things I'm thinking about right now. So yeah, I am focused this year. I think the past couple of years I allowed myself to get distracted, but that's a whole other video. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to share any of your goals in the comments, please do. I would love to hear what other people are working on, especially, like, I would love to know what like other 30-year-olds are working on. But you know, I'm like, if your goal is to pass calculus this year, cool, tell me. I will root for you because calculus is hard as hell. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like and maybe consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.